Harper Audio presents The Spider Network, the wild story of a math genius, a gang of backstabbing bankers, and one of the greatest scams in financial history, by David Enrich. Performed by Mike Chamberlain. Prologue. The small ski resort town, nestled in the mountains outside the city of Karuizawa, was a popular destination for day trips for Japanese families. Bustling during the day, it was mostly quiet this Saturday night. Clouds cloaked the moon. A chartered bus pulled up outside a bar, its windows aglow. A light snow was falling. Out into the peaceful evening stumbled dozens of rowdy bankers, some toting tall cans of Asahi and Kirin. Most of them were drunk. They quickly took over the small bar. The drinkers were employees of the American bank Citigroup, one of the world's largest and most troubled financial institutions. A year earlier, at the beginning of 2009, American taxpayers had finished pumping a staggering $45 billion into Citigroup to bail out the collapsing behemoth. Now the transfused recipient was treating dozens of its investment banking employees to a weekend getaway. The bankers were housed nearby in a sprawling luxury hotel, each employee's room designed in Japan's typical spare style. These festivities weren't so Spartan. The point was to foster camaraderie, and that was happening in spades. The party had begun on the 100-mile ride on the bullet train out from Tokyo. After a day of hitting the slopes, Citigroup ferried the bankers to a bowling alley where they drank and bowled and drank some more. Their bus had then deposited the intoxicated crew at this bar before leaving the partiers behind to fend for themselves. One of the fiesta's ringleaders was a wiry, curly-haired American named Chris Chekere. You wouldn't know it from his behavior now, but he was one of the sharpest people in Tokyo's cutthroat financial markets. A foul-mouthed veteran of the doomed Wall Street firm Lehman Brothers, Chekere had only worked in Japan for a year or so, but he had quickly assembled a team of rock-star traders. His mandate was to push the already risk-hungry Citigroup into brave new financial frontiers. That wasn't all Chekere was pushing. This snowy night, he was practically pouring shots down the throat of his subordinate, a disheveled British 30-year-old named Tom Hayes. Slim and nearly 6 feet tall, Hayes was a brilliant mathematician, one of the most prolific, aggressive traders in Tokyo, if not the world. As with Chekere, he didn't look or act the part. Bespoke suits and expensive shoes were found nowhere in his wardrobe. Specks of dandruff dusted his shoulders. He was far happier with a glass of orange juice or a mug of hot chocolate than a pint of beer, a preference that once earned him the nickname Tommy Chocolate. Hayes found social situations uncomfortable to the point of painful, this one included. Before departing for the ski weekend, he had grumbled to his fiancée that he didn't want to go. She told him he didn't have a choice. Hayes's life revolved around work, and Citigroup was his new family. He had only started there a couple of months earlier, and it was important that he make a good impression on his colleagues. So far, he was off to a promising start in that regard. His new bosses bathed him in praise, introducing him around Citigroup's global organization as their newest trophy asset. Only hours before they showed up at the bar, a top Citigroup executive, Brian McCappin, had described Hayes as a star who represented the future of the firm's enormous business in Tokyo. McCappin proclaimed that their division would further shift its trading approach to take advantage of their new hire's extraordinary talent. Hayes was certainly being paid like a star. After years of feeling like he was getting stiffed by six-figure payouts at his former employer, the Swiss bank UBS, he had pocketed a roughly $3 million cash signing bonus when he joined Citigroup. McCappin, the CEO of Citigroup's investment bank in Japan, came along to the bar that night, along with Chekere and Hayes. A native of the gritty English city.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?